What extra equipment do you take to a mountain bike stage race?
Okay, I'm packing up to do my back-to-back stage race run, doing BC bike race, and then a few days later doing Moab Rocks mountain bike stage race.
That hurt.
And I ended up bringing a lot of backup equipment with me for my bike and stuff like that. Just because sometimes it's hard at stage races when everybody's needing replacement parts to get your hands on them in those smaller towns. So this is just kind of a rundown of some of the basics I've got. I think this is everything I'm gonna take, but I may end up sliding an extra thing or two in there. But most importantly, and this should be a no-brainer, I bring an extra set of tires. These are KENDA boosters. They're my go-to race tires, but I'm also bringing with me a backup set of wheels because I'm really lucky and have a backup set of wheels. And so those are totally built wheels. They've got a backup cassette on it, extra rotors for me, and just for some variety, I have those tires set up with mud tires. I won't be surprised if I end up in a day or two of mega mud when I'm racing in BC. So instead of having to swap tires out, I can just swap wheels. Super lucky. Likewise in Moab, there's always a crazy chance that it snows down there in October. And if that's the case, even just the slightest bit of moisture, that mud is like peanut butter. So that's kind of all that I've got for backup wheel stuff. I have broken levers many times in races, a brake lever and a dropper seat post lever. So I'm bringing backup brakes, both left and right, and a backup seat post lever, just in case I snap them off. I only have to get through the day. I can get them new ones put on the next day or that night. Also, I'm bringing a backup dropper seat post. This is like the most critical piece of equipment for me on my bike. It's been the biggest game changer, my KS dropper seat post. And so in case some horrible thing happens and my dropper seat post fails, I've got a backup to slide on there. Again, I know I'm a little spoiled, but the stuff, oh, it makes such a difference. Let's see what else. I have a backup derailleur with me. I have before had a huge log get stuck in my rear wheel and didn't just rip my derailleur hanger into pieces, but bent my derailleur so badly it was entirely unusable and finished that day on a single speed, having to take my derailleur off. So I bring a backup with me. But always, everybody should have a extra derailleur hanger. I have one that just comes in my extra kit, but I also have an extra derailleur hanger that goes in my backpack that I ride with every day. So really important there. Other things that can go wrong, just in case I'm bringing a backup chainring with me. I have knocked teeth off before and it's just nice to have, since I have one, I'm bringing it. I'm also bringing a fresh chain. That is not an unusual thing to have a need for during stage racing. Brakes, bringing an extra pair of brake pads and an extra rotor. I just put brand new brake pads and rotors on my race bike, so it is unlikely that I will need these. If I was concerned about how fresh my rotors and brake pads were, I'd bring more than this. But again, I have a backup set of wheels with me too. Other things that I've needed, just in case, I'm bringing a backup set of pedals. I love the CRANKBROTHERS egg beaters. With bringing an extra set of pedals, I also bring an extra set of cleats and an extra set of spikes. A lot of people don't use spikes in their shoes, but I find in stage racing, it's not uncommon to find myself running up, or I guess not running, walking up long hills, and sometimes those little cleats are really nice. I bring an extra handlebar. I haven't grabbed it, but I will also bring an extra set of ESI grips. Actually, probably will bring two since I've got two back-to-back stage races. It's not uncommon to shred your grips in a weird fall or something, or hooking a tree, and it's just super nice to, oh, I did grab one set out. One set, I was like, how did I not grab those? The orange, it was hidden, right? Who knows? So those are some things that I've never broken a set of handlebars, but it's just way easier to have a replacement set. I have lost my Wahoo before. I've had them, I've cracked them, I've lost them, whatnot. So I bring my old one with me, and then I also bring extra the little pieces that attach your head unit to your bike in different configurations. So I've got the ability to take care of those things. It may seem really silly, but I always bring an extra helmet with me. It's kind of like good luck to bring an extra helmet. I've never ever needed it when I've had an extra helmet with me. The only time I've ever destroyed a helmet on a race trip was when I didn't have a backup helmet with me. So yeah, again, if you did break your helmet, it's not like you couldn't buy one, but I know which helmet I like, and it's the LAZER, this one, the G1 MIPS. It works super awesome for me, so you don't really want to have to try something else. And then finally, if you have the ability to, I bring a backup pair of bike shoes. It's unlikely that you're gonna destroy your bike shoes, but with the boas and stuff that they have on now, you might ruin a pair. But more likely, why these end up getting used in my backup travel bag is because I ride a day in disgustingly wet, muddy weather, and I might have to hose out my shoes or something. And at least I have a backup pair of shoes to wear the next day while my regular race shoes dry. So this is kind of a look at the backup equipment that hopefully none of this will even get taken out of the bag when I'm on the road for 3 weeks. So yeah, happy stage racing.
And here's my equipment list. Must-haves: 2 tires, a set of brake pads, a rotor, and a derailleur hanger. Highly recommended: a derailleur, all the levers, a chain, grips, cleats, computer bike mount, and of course a helmet. It's really nice to have a fully built wheel set, backup bike shoes, a backup bike computer, some chain rings, and some handlebars. And if you can, having a full brake set, backup dropper seat post, a saddle, and a cassette. Let's hope you don't need any of your backup equipment, and happy stage racing!